MCC Nation, what's going on? Welcome back to Thunder Talk, brought to you by Manhattan Christian College. My name is Jordan White. I'm a sophomore here at MCC. And with Thunder Talk, we're just going to let you know what's going on here at MCC and interview one of our members of our family. So today, we have a very special guest with us today. We have MCC's Assistant Professor of Bible and Theology, Chris Pahls. How are you doing today?
Good, man. Thanks.
Yeah, so could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who is Chris Pahls?
Yeah, I am a 35-year-old dad and Bible teacher, which is kind of nuts to me still. I'm really thankful for it. I'm married to a really wonderful woman named Amanda, and I'm kind of just a big dork.
And so, like you kind of mentioned there, how did you end up becoming a professor at MCC? Because it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I took a bit of a roundabout way to get here. So I went to college for art and design and got a degree in sculpture, taught high school art for a little while, and volunteered pretty intensely with a youth group for 6 or 7 years and came on staff as a youth pastor. Kind of accidentally became a pastor, and then went back to school to learn how to do that a little bit better and kind of realized a love for education, and position opened up here and followed one of my mentors out here.
So basically your background story is in kindergarten when they had your future career day, you showed up and you're like, I want to be a college professor. That's been your dream since the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, I think my dream was always just do something really fun.
Yeah.
So that's worked out beautifully.
Yeah. And so what courses do you teach here at MCC?
I teach our interpretation courses, so intro to interp, advanced interp. I teach a couple upper level Bible and theology courses, some exegetical courses through some of the New Testament letters. I teach a theology course that was brand new this semester called Theology and Creative Practice. Yeah, and so Christian ethics, a couple of those things.
And so what is your favorite class to teach and why?
That's a killer question, man. I used to say interp all the time because it's this kind of disorienting introduction to reading the biblical text. But I think this new one, Theology and Creative Practice, has got to be my favorite. It's kind of all the things I really love about church and creativity rolled into one.
Because it's kind of like your baby, right? It was kind of your idea to do it. Because I remember when I was taking Poets and Prophets with you, you were kind of mentioning how you were putting together this class for it. So.
Yeah, it was a bit of an experiment, and I got to really spend some time with some students who were really dedicated to the material, critique it. And so I said it's, my course, but it's really kind of like ours that we built this year. It was really great.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're going to play a little game with you here now. Would you rather? And so, like you mentioned before, you seem to have a lot of practice with it since your kids love playing it.
They do. This is our favorite dinnertime game.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. All right. Would you rather be extremely allergic to your favorite food or have to eat your least favorite food once a week?
Least favorite food once a week. I have very few least favorite foods. Okay. I can do it.
Would you rather have a time machine or a teleporter?
Teleporter, hands down.
Would you rather wear a constantly changing outfit or have a constantly changing haircut?
That's tricky. Haircut would be cool. If it was really bad, I could throw a hat on, I suppose.
Yeah. There you go. Would you rather be a sea creature or an air creature, as in you could fly, like a bird type?
Air creature.
Air? All right. And would you rather be trapped in a romantic comedy with your nemesis or trapped in a horror movie with your family?
Ooh, I love my family. I don't do horror movies. I think, rom-coms are not my thing either. I think I take a romantic comedy.
Yeah, save your family. Your family. Don't put them through the horror.
Yeah, that's good.
There you go. All right, so we have a couple more questions for you. So I'm sure you get this question a lot, but so your wife, she's an Instagram influencer. She has 35,000 followers, maybe more now. Who knows? But so what's it like to be married to a celebrity?
Yeah, it's intimidating and awesome, and she's like a social butterfly, right? So her ability to connect with people that way is awesome because it bleeds over into my life. It's really fun, and you use that term influencer, which is an intimidating term too, because we have to, we're constantly thinking about what are we putting out into the world, and it kind of became. It's like a question of ethics, but man, it's super fun, and the connections that we're able to make because of what she does on the internet is pretty great.
Yeah. So if any of you viewers out there, it's Amanda Pahls on Instagram. So you can go check her out, see what she's influencing out there. So keep your eye out. So, all right, let's talk a little bit more about biblical interpretation now. What's the most common mistake you see people make when approaching the Bible?
Man, I preach context in those courses a lot, and I think maybe it's a little cliche, but coming to the text, hoping that it speaks to our own time and space before it speaks to the original audience, I think is an easy way for us to kind of manipulate what's there. So I think maybe the biggest mistake is either a misunderstanding of the context in which we receive the text, or a manipulation of it.
And so when did you first begin to really study the Bible?
I started volunteering with a youth group and started catching some real life tough questions from high school students that I didn't have good answers for. So shortly into kind of my journey as a Christian and a volunteer with the church, I think I really saw the need to study it at a deeper level.
And so, the Bible is a huge book, and so it can be very intimidating, especially all these different books within the book. And so, for someone out there who maybe hasn't studied the Bible and maybe is a little intimidated of it, like, how do you recommend they start going about that?
I recommend two things. Either jump in a gospel and find out about this guy Jesus, right? Listen to his story, find out what you think about what the character of Jesus in the Gospels, because the rest of the text, is doing something to tell his story or to kind of orient us toward his person and his work. So that's a great space. Or my dumb joke is always, you could start in the beginning because it starts in the beginning, and just read the whole thing. Read the whole thing as a big story and try to kind of leave to the side the things you think are supposed to be there.
Absolutely. All right, we have final 4 questions for you now. These are 4 quick hitters. Just tell us the first thing that comes to your mind when I ask you this question.
Okay.
What is your least favorite vegetable?
Rhubarb.
Video games or board games?
Board games.
What is your favorite movie or movie series?
I love High Fidelity. That's probably my favorite movie.
Okay. And if you had a time machine, would you go to the past or the future?
Oh, past. Future scares me.
There you go. All right, well, thank you for joining us. I have 2 of your classes next semester, so I see a lot of you.
All
so
right,
thank you for joining us today on Thunder Talk. And so thanks for tuning in to another edition of Thunder Talk. As always, if you or anyone you know is interested in attending Manhattan Christian College, either in person or online, send us an email at admissions@mccs.edu, and our admissions team will get back to you as soon as possible. Become the Thunder, change the world.